What's going on, guys? It's Red Bull Tanker, and welcome back to Axis and Allies 1914. This is turn 6 for the French. Alright, we're looking at August 1916 to January 1917. There's been quite the 6 months of war. Starting off, Austria. Austria, 28 to spend. Let's see, about 4 infantry, 2 artillery, and a fighter. It did not conduct any combat, just continued to reinforce Triolia and Trieste and Galicia and Budapest. And at the end of the turn, they collected 28. Russia with 23. About 4 infantry and 2 artillery. Excuse me. Or no, they bought 5 infantry. Wait, hold on. 5 infantry and 2 artillery. And then the only combat that they had was they walked an infantry into Tatarstan, liberated that. Outside of that, they reinforced Ukraine, Belarus, deployed in Moscow, as well as putting an infantry here in Karelia. And at the end of the turn, the Russians collected 22 IPC. Germany with 29 IPC. They bought, let's see, 6 infantry, an artillery, and a fighter. And I forgot to deploy one of the German infantry on their last turn. Right? Yes. Okay. Combat for the Germans. They had several, actually, big combats, as you can kind of see. First, they walked into Livonia, with 6 infantry and 3 artillery, exploiting their defeat of the Russian army here in Poland. They also, the Germans decided to do their mandatory offensive, and they launched an attack into France, or not into France, they attacked here in Belgium, causing the Allies 2 infantry to the loss of their 4. And then finally, as you can kind of see up here, the German Navy did sortie to attack the French fleet out here in Sea Zone 5. The French lost 2 submarines and 3 cruisers, while the Germans lost nothing. The attack was so sudden that the French Navy was not able to respond in kind. So that was a disaster for the French Navy, since the entire portion of the French Navy was there. And then on the non-combats, the Germans reinforced Poland, reinforced the reinforced Alsace, and then deployed. Let's see here. They deployed forces in. They also deployed some troops into Poland, deployed in Alsace, deployed in the Ruhr, and then they deployed a infantry here in Southwest Africa. And then at the end of the turn, the Germans collected 37 IPC. Okay, over to France. We had 31 to spend. We are buying a miner, 3 infantry, and 2 artillery. Yes. All right. So we do have some combat. We're going to launch our mandatory offensive into the Ruhr with what was left of the French army on this army card, which is 5 infantry and an artillery. We're just going to go all in, see what damage we can kind of cause here. We're going to attack here in Cam Run. And then we're going to load up our 2 infantry from German East Africa and try and help out the Brits in South Africa. So we will start, well, here, since I'm already in Africa, we'll start in South Africa. So we have, well, there just went that. I just lost a neutral infantry, which I'll have to find later. Okay, so we have 2 infantry going in against 1 German infantry. So we will have 2 at 2. Oh, hey, we got it. And they will have 1 at 3. Oh, and they scored a hit too, but that's all right. So, panning back over. God, this bored sometimes. Alright, so South Africa has been cleared of the Germans. The Brits will finally get that 1 IPC back. So that's good for them. Alright, next we have the attack in Cam Run. We have 2 infantry against 1 infantry again. Alright, 2 French infantry at 2. Ah, no hits. 1 German infantry at 3. And he also missed. Okay, so Cam Run was still a draw. Okay. What the heck? No, whatever. Okay. I'll fix that later. Alright, and then finally we're going to come up to the attack in Belgium. We have 5 infantry. We have 4 infantry at 2, and then infantry and artillery at 3. Might even roll for the Germans because they don't have a lot for the defense there. Okay, so we have 4 at 2. This one's cocked. I'll re-roll this one. So far no hits. Alright, there's 1 hit. And then we have 2 at 3. Alright, so the French got 2 hits altogether. And the Germans, so let's see, they have 7. Alright, well, they have 2 fighters at 2. There's a hit. They have 7 infantry at 3. 1, 2, 3. I gotta roll 2 more. That's another hit. 5. And then they got 3 artillery at 4. And that was 3 hits. So that will be the entire. So that was 8 hits for the Germans, 2 hits for the French. So the French lost their entire attacking force while not doing a whole lot to the Germans, unfortunately, like I had hoped. Or at least I had hoped for at least better results. At the same time, though, maybe we've weakened them enough. Maybe we've weakened them enough for the Brits to come in. Okay, so that's all of our combat. Non-combats. Starting up here. Actually, I wonder if we shouldn't shift these forces. No. We'll keep pushing them into Lorraine. This fighter is going to go to Lorraine. These guys are going to come to Burgundy. My transport is going to take is going to come here with these 2, drop them off in Albania. Continue to build up the Allied army in Albania. And that is going to be it, I think, for French non-combats. Whoops. Yeah, that should be it for French non-combat, so French deployments. Right, Burgundy is worth 2. Yes, Burgundy is worth 2, so we will throw a minor down in Burgundy. And then, whoops, I have an infantry and an artillery for Marseille. And then I have 2 infantry and an artillery for Paris. All right, and then at the end of the turn, the French will collect. Well, let's see here. Oh, we did save. So we did save 2 IPC, and we'll collect 31. So France will have 33 IPC to spend next turn. Excuse me. All right, so that's going to be it for France, and we will see you guys next time for the United States. So until then, guys, as always, take care.